it's really sad. Did you, I don't know, you say that at some point when you were still skinny, you had a lot of insecurities. I know that some people go as far as considering body enhancements. Yeah. So did you ever consider body enhancements like, what are they called?
Hip boosters.
What are they called? Booty, what are they called?
I don't know the right name.
Enhancements in general, to your lips, to your, I don't know where, to your everywhere, like any place that you feel insufficient. Did you ever consider body enhancement? Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we are the Matep sisters. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch our video. And today we're talking about body image and societal expectations. We're talking about body shaming. Yes.
Yeah, welcome guys. If you're new here and you have not subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell so that when we post a video you'll be notified. We want to thank everyone who has subscribed so far.
Yeah,
we don't take it for granted. So yeah, and today's topic is very interesting, so make sure you watch till the end to get to know about our experience with body shaming and self-esteem issues and societal pressure with regards to body image.
Yes. Yeah. All right guys, so first of all I'm going to tell you guys about my experience with body shaming and basically the pressures related to body image, societal pressures regarding body image. Okay, so growing up as a Kenyan girl, it was, I did not really feel the pressure as such, especially in high school and whatnot, because I did not really care about how my body looked at that time, you know. But then later in life, you realize that there's some sort of expectation of how you're supposed to look like, you know, of how you're supposed to look like as a woman, especially as an African woman. And I must say that growing up, I've always been a small woman. It doesn't, by small I mean skinny, okay? So well, I actually got my first experience with body shaming when I heard some comments like 1 GB, 2 GB, and I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, because I've always been very confident with and I thank the Lord that I've always been confident with my body. In fact, I've always liked my body the way I looked, just the way I was, you guys. Even if I was really small and really skinny, I didn't really care. I was so confident in my body, so I didn't understand when people were calling me 1 GB, 2 GB, like, you know, because I think always it's important, because for me, I've always been rooted in my faith, and I believe that we are all wonderfully and fearfully made. So hello, like, I don't care if you expect me to look a certain way. However I look, I just thank God for it, but also thank God for education, you guys, because information is power. Yeah,
right.
Because if you know about your health, you know what healthy weight you're supposed to have.
Yeah.
If you guys have not heard about something called the body mass index, you should really look it up. It's important for you to, even as you're confident with yourself and how you look, it's also important for you to actually take time and understand your body and how it works, yeah, so that you don't end up with lifestyle diseases or end up just being unhealthy in general. So I thank God, because at some point I began to really learn about myself and my body, and I began to know that for my height, what sort of weight is healthy and what sort of weight is underweight and what sort of weight is overweight. Yeah. Yeah. So I've always been very aware of the kind of the kind of body weight that I should have for me to be healthy, you know,
which is very important.
Yeah. So with that, I've always known that I'm an healthy person. So if you think I'm 1 GB or 2 GB and me, I know I'm healthy, and you know, I just thank God for good health. So it really, your opinion does not matter much.
Anyway, for me, I think my experience basically has been, I've had the worst of both worlds. I'd say, yeah, because I've been really skinny, and I've also been can I say fat? Not fat. I've been, you know, weighty. not maybe fat is, you know, going overboard. I've been really skinny,
overweight,
and I've also been overweight with regards to my BMI. So I've always really, growing up, I was always a very tiny girl. I was very skinny, and I had issues with, in fact, it really affected me, you know, long since I was in high school. If you know me, we were in high school together, you know, I was very tiny, like, I don't even know, I was so tiny. And I had, when I was almost in fourth form, actually, I started having esteem issues, because all my friends, my girlfriends, all of them were, you know, they were like women, you know, and that is really, I think that's what really leads people to have, you know, self-esteem issues, because how our society defines a woman is, you know, somebody who has this kind of a figure, an African woman especially, some woman who has some kind of a shape. And so I used to feel like I'm not good enough. You know, I felt like, you know, I'm not sufficient. I am not hippie enough. You know, I'm not curvy. I'm not curvy. That's the right word. I was not curvy, and that really, you know, sort of affected me in fourth form. And then when now I left and joined uni, I kind of added weight kidogo, but not too much. But still, I felt like I was not enough. I felt like I was just, you know, too tiny for a woman. And yet there are other women who, you know, at that point in time, they feel like they're really huge, you know, they feel like they're overweight, and it takes a toll on them. It really affects them. And when they look at you, they're like, oh my God, so I want your body. You're so pretty. You're like, what do you mean? I mean, I wish I'm eating everything. And let me tell you guys, when I, after campus, I was still tiny, all right? So I got into the job market. This is a whole other issue. That is I was like, this is my opportunity to gain weight. Because now I have no stress of sijui kusoma. I am living alone, you know, I have my life. I feel like now I'm okay. And that is when I started eating. I was eating deliberately to gain weight. Who even does that? And why was I doing that? Because of people. Because of expectations. Societal expectations. Because of how you feel, and you think the world looks at me this, you know, kind of like I'm not sufficient enough. I'm not enough. So I'll talk about it. So really, that has been my experience, and I think it's really unfortunate that we still have people who have esteem issues. We can't say that it's not okay to have esteem issues, because all of us have our own insecurities, but it shouldn't get into your head. So it's really sad. Did you, I don't know, you say that at some point when you were still skinny, you had a lot of insecurities. I know that some people go as far as considering body enhancements. So did you ever consider body enhancements, like what are they called? Hip boosters. What are they called? Booty what? Okay, I don't know the right name. Enhancements in general, to your lips, to your, I don't know where, to your everywhere, like any place that you feel insufficient. Did you ever consider body enhancements? Thank God I didn't get there. I guess I didn't have the opportunity to, you know, I didn't have access. But I would be honest with you that if I had access to, you know, maybe the hip boosters or whatever, then probably I would have tried it, because I was very desperate. I was desperate for this curvy body. I was desperate for hips. I was desperate for, you know, a big bam bam. I was like, I think I was just gonna do anything, but I didn't have access. And I guess I was just, you know, I was also rooted in, you know, deep values that could not allow me to even think about it. Well, it's not bad to do enhancements. We're not saying it's bad, you know. Everyone has their own choices. To each their own. So I didn't get there. But I'm telling you, it's really, but really, you know, speaking of enhancements, I think it's really sad, you guys, that some people have to consider enhancements just because of pressure, or just because of body shaming. Like, let's say somebody body shamed you and told you,
oh my god, look at you, you're so fat, you're so overweight. Oh my god, look at you, you're 1 GB, you're so tiny, like you're not even a woman, like, you know, or you feel insufficient now because those things that you were told, especially if you tell someone when they're still young, then they grow up with it and it really becomes part of them. Then when they always feel insufficient, and when they are with other women, they feel like, you know, I'm not woman enough, and even other people make them feel like they are not women enough. Because I don't know, you're even treated differently, like a baby or something. Like, you know, like I'm 30 years old and she's 30 years old, and yet we're treated differently just because I'm smaller and she's, you know, a woman.
And by the way, let me tell you, and this really affects you, even when you get to the job market. By the way, it also affects you, because even when you go for job interviews, you already feel like, okay, you know your age, and you even show your ID. You see, there are people who think, no,
would she really be good?
Would she be good for the job?
She looks tiny.
Like,
you know, will she be managing all these people who look older?
Will people respect you because of your size? Because you're tiny. And the fact that if you've really kept yourself and you have maintained a healthy lifestyle and you just look good, you know, you look good in your 30s or in your 40s, and unfortunately some people think, no, still you're not good enough. All right.
So speaking about the job market, I find that in Kenya, I don't know about where you work, but in my experience, I found that employers tend to favor people who are at least bigger. They look more mature or more serious, or I don't know, they feel like employees or their juniors or people whom they supervise or manage will take them more seriously if they look a bit, how can I say it, bigger. And then I don't know, you guys, I don't know.
I think it's a mental thing. I think when people look, it's all in the mind. So when people, if you have a team, for instance, that you supervise at work, for instance, for me, I have a team at work that I supervise. So you're a manager. How, if you're going for an interview, which is very important also, to make sure that this esteem thing and the societal pressure doesn't get into your head, because if it does, especially in the job market, when you're going for an interview,
you already have that
at the back of your mind
that you know, I'm saying, like what I just said now, maybe it's just in my head, like, you know, people don't really, some people look at you, you know, your qualifications, people look at merit, you know, but you, because you already have it entrenched in your mind that, you know, I'm tiny, probably they'll consider this other woman because she's bigger, then you'll end up missing out on the job just because you are not confident.
Right. Actually, it's the confidence, because if you're tiny and you're good enough for the job, you have the experience, you have it, then it doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter whether you're obese or you're extremely tiny, you will get the job.
And then it also comes with this idea of women as the strength of a woman. What is the strength of a woman? I think that we should teach our young girls and actually learn to teach women that your strength is here. It's in your brain. It's true. You know, mental strength and everything. You need to get your education, guys. Like, you know, like, learn about things, read, and just
expand your knowledge.
And just, I don't know, let your strength come from other things other than your body and I don't know what. So it's really important for us to understand that, you know, that our strength as women comes from within, not really from without, as we've been made, some of us have been made to believe.
And even it even translates to, you know, your skin color. Why do people go out there and bleach? Because they feel like I'm not enough. When I'm dark, I want to be a bit lighter. Maybe when I'm lighter, people will
like me.
I will be, you know, more attractive. No, just you're enough. And in fact, invest in your, like you said, I really like that. Invest in your knowledge, invest in yourself. You know,
learn a skill,
I
don't know, like anything. There's so much more to life, you guys. You will not believe. There's so much more to life than just how I look. You know, while we're also advocating for fitness and looking good, we really want to emphasize that there is so much that you can do as a woman and even as a man to, you know, be enough as a person. Like, it's a mental thing and it's a prison that you think that this, you know, when you get lighter or when you get smaller or when you get bigger, then you're going to be accepted. That is not the case. It is happiness within you. I think somebody said, some people think that marriage, especially for women, is a ticket for happiness. Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, oh my gosh, when I get a child, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
When I get a husband, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so happy. But no, your happiness is within you. I think it's entrenched with that thing.
It is true. Yeah, you need to seek your own happiness within you first before even you seek happiness from other people.
And happiness in God.
And happiness in God. That is number one. So try and be as confident as possible in your own skin. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Know yourself. Make sure you feel good as much as possible. We know that it can be very hard, and it can really it can take a toll on your esteem if you have pressure about your weight, especially weight. Weight is a big thing. If you feel like you're too small or you're too big, it can actually affect you. And we recognize that yes, it affects people. We're not saying it shouldn't affect you, but how do you handle it? How do you address that issue? If you think you're big, you're not you're overweight, for instance, and you don't feel good about it, then instead of crying about it and letting it affect your esteem and letting it affect your confidence,
you should use that energy to actually work on yourself. And
try and work on yourself. Yeah,
it's possible.
Take measures, take precautions. Start working out slowly by slowly. Do something that makes you feel good. If for instance swimming can make you feel good, go buy a dress for yourself. Do something that just feed in positivity. Okay, if you feel like you're too tiny, what can you do
to add weight
to make sure
if you feel like your
if your BMI is really low or really high, then you need to work on it. But if you're within the right BMI, I don't think
you should just then work on just maintaining
feeling
that
good. Maintaining that and feeling good, because feeling good also translates to many aspects of your life.
And it's really sad. It's really, really sad that there are so many people who are very well capable in, they are well educated, they have all these, talents and gifts, but yet they are just constrained by this one area, which is body image, you guys. Like, how sad is it? Like, okay, you're overweight, but you're still enough. I don't care how overweight you are. All you need to do is just take action, like just wake up. So you should just focus on yourself and
and if you're in a position that you can actually help somebody who that is going through a difficult phase of their lives, maybe they have esteem issues, they have confidence issues, then you should be able to help them instead of keeping. If your family, for instance, you shouldn't be reminding that person every day that you're fat. Look at you, why are you eating? Umeongeza tena chakula sijui nini. No, you should actually try and instill positivity, and in a very soft and nice way and loving way, help them to get to where they desire to be. So I think I hope this really helps someone, and I hope you guys can also tell us in the comment section
body shaming
your experience with body shaming. And by the way, I want to say this also, social media. Social media,
my gosh.
Guys, honestly, I just want to say this for free. If you're a sane human being, man or woman, you have no right to go to social media
and body shame
anybody. If I post a picture, keep your
opinion to yourself.
If you feel like I have added weight or I don't look good, or
even tell me in a loving way.
Just look at it and say, okay, I think she's looking like this or she's looking like this, or tell me in a good way.
And on my inbox, don't
anika me and start saying, ona venye anakaa, I think you have, but you look at your stomach, look at your midsection. Sijui what. Guys,
I can't,
because I've seen so many women by they being body shamed, even just a random stranger, even men, a random stranger.
Somebody
you post
don't
something
even know,
and then somebody just responds with a nasty comment.
Guys,
why? Please mind your business, okay? Just stop it.
And then also, speaking of social media, it does not have to be somebody body shaming you. It can be you looking at people posting their pictures and you're like, oh my gosh, you look so good. Like, I will never look like that. Oh my God. You just need to know that social media is such a fake place. You have no idea how many people just tuck in their bellies for a photo, and you are there thinking that this woman has a flat belly. Like, no. You need to know that social media and real life are two different things. And just be wise.
Work on your peace of mind and peace of heart, and just be happy in your own skin, and just go and own the world. All right, don't let anybody bring you down or hold you down.
Absolutely.
Just be yourself.
All right, that is it, I think, for me. Do you have anything else to add?
No, I think that's really been very honest.
Yeah.
And just to also share with somebody who is going through a difficult time in their life, and they feel like they're not enough, just to let you know that everyone, by that I think everybody has their own insecurity. You might look at me and you think she's perfect, but no, not enough. If you have an insecurity, deal with it. Don't let it get into your head. Okay.
Right.
So thank you so much.
I
think this has been a very interesting topic. If you have not subscribed yet, kindly please subscribe. Also give us your views about how we're doing. We're a month and a few weeks old on YouTube. And thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed. If you're new, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever we post a video. And thank you so much.
Bye bye.